what got me off my chair at 64 years old. I was never looking to run for Congress, ever. But I have a group of people in our church that I pastor that are seniors, and they're not only worried, but they're scared. Their nest egg is gone. They're not getting any interest on their money. They don't know what to do. The nursing home costs are too high. And so I would say to seniors, one of the things that I would do, I would never vote for a budget that would decrease Social Security or increase the cost of Medicare. Never would I vote for a budget for that. We're trying to veterans in them, and we're not fixing them. That's going to take money. That's going to take investment. And you say, well, how are you going to do this? I'm a very conservative person. I live in an $85,000 house. My wife drives a 7-year-old car. We're not out, I've never been in anything for the money. It's in order to help people, and I've been doing that my entire life. So how we do it, we look at Lockheed, who made $2.7 billion off this war. We look at Boeing, that made $4 billion from this war. BEA made $2.3 billion from this war. General Dynamics made $2.5 billion from this war. Rethon, RTN, made $1.9 billion from this war. Northrop Grumman made $2.1 billion. EDS made $1.4 billion. United Technologies made $5.3 billion from this war. In overruns, we're paying them. We're not getting good contracts from them. There is plenty of money to take care of our seniors that have worked their entire lives and paid into Social Security. There's plenty of money to take care of our veterans. But all we need to do is to quit having people that will vote for anything that these military manufacturers want. And I wouldn't do that. I'd negotiate better contracts. If any of you know me or know my family, we're pretty good at negotiation. The banks, that's why I'm running. And I'm done.
This practice is even being done in the middle of the winter, where it's directly applied to the top of frozen ground. It's not a coincidence that people in Toledo couldn't safely drink their water months ago. This is the primary cause for the contamination, but factory farm lobbyists aren't allowing the real reason to come out. Everywhere you turn in Paulding County, you see factory farms that pollute the soil and air quality. Why would you want to raise a family in this area?
I live in Toledo. We still do not drink the water, okay? Here's the problem that we have. 1.2 billion gallons of raw sewage going into Lake Erie every year. 80% of that's coming out of the Detroit River. The major corporations are notified before they test the water, so they cut back on their pollution before they test the water. I'd do away with that notification so that everyone that is supposed to comply would be made to comply. My father-in-law is 87 years old, and he's a farmer. He took me out on his fields. The average farmer and the family farmer is not the problem. They're talking about the factory farms. Here's what happened in Northwest Ohio. Farms were allowed to come in, buy 80 acres, and put a bunch of cattle on them. They took the regulation back. Rather than 1 year of manure supply for those farms, they took it back. They only had to hold it for 3 months. That means they got to put it out in the wintertime. They don't have any choice. In reality, these guys were sold a bad bill of goods by the same guys, I believe, that were looking for a scapegoat when they knew, because Lake Erie has been a problem since 1958. 1968, they did a major study on it. 1988, they tried to clean it up. We have a problem, but let's fix the problem. Let's not kick the football down the road. You guys know it isn't the regular farmer out here that's doing that. These guys need a year's storage. Make them put it in. If it's our fault that they need a year's storage instead of 3 months, then we ought to put it in. Same way with these small towns that we have that need sewer systems, and we don't have jobs over here. How can you put that on the back of the people that live there? I just gave you a list. I can give you a list of about 50 more places where we're wasting money and nobody's talking about it. That's what I would do. That when they overflow, the solution to pollution is dilution, right? But when our sewer plants are full, the bucket is full, when you put more in it, it overflows. It goes from 0.5 parts per million to 25.9. Thank you.